Sahih al-Bukhari 1191, 1192. Narrated Nafi.
Ibn Umar never offered the duha prayer except on two occasions, one, whenever he reached Mecca, and he always used to reach Mecca in the forenoon.
He would perform tawaf round the Kaaba and then offer 2 rakat at the rear of Maqam Ibrahim. 2, whenever he visited Kuba, for he used to visit it every Saturday. When he entered the mosque, he disliked to leave it without offering a prayer. Ibn Umar narrated that Allah's Messenger used to visit the Mosque of Kuba, sometime walking and sometime riding. And he, Ibn Umar, used to say, I do only what my companions used to do, and I don't forbid anybody to pray at any time during the day or night except that one should not intend to pray at sunrise or sunset. Sahih al-Bukhari 1193. Narrated Abdullah bin Dinar.
Ibn Umar said, the Prophet used to go to the Mosque of Kuba every Saturday, sometimes walking and sometimes riding.
Abdullah ibn Umar used to do the same. Sahih al-Bukhari 1194. Narrated Ibn Umar.
The Prophet used to go to the Mosque of Kuba, sometimes walking and sometimes riding.
Added Nafi, in another narration, he then would offer 2 rakat in the Mosque of Kuba. Sahih al-Bukhari 1195. Narrated Abdullah bin Zayd al-Mazini. Allah's Messenger said, between my house and the pulpit there is a garden of the gardens of paradise. Sahih al-Bukhari 1196. Narrated Abu Huraira.
The Prophet said, between my house and my pulpit there is a garden of the gardens of paradise, and my pulpit is on my fountain tank, al-Kawthar.
Sahih al-Bukhari 1197. Narrated Qazi Mawla.
Freed slave of Ziyad, I heard Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrating 4 things from the Prophet, and I appreciated them very much. He said, conveying the words of the Prophet.
1. A woman should not go on a 2-day journey except with her husband or a daimaram. 2. No fasting is permissible on 2 days, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. 3. No prayer after 2 prayers, i.e. after the Fajr prayer till the sun rises and after the Asr prayer till the sun sets. 4. Do not prepare yourself for a journey except to 3 mosques, i.e. al-Masjid-i-Haram, the Mosque of Aqsa, Jerusalem, and my mosque. Sahih al-Bukhari 1198. Narrated Quraib Mawla ibn Abbas.
Abdullah bin Abbas said that he had passed a night in the house of Maymunah, the mother of the faithful believers, who was his aunt. He said, I slept across the bed, and Allah's Messenger, along with his wife, slept lengthwise.
Allah's Messenger slept till midnight or slightly before or after it. Then Allah's Apostle woke up, sat, and removed the traces of sleep by rubbing his hands over his face. Then he recited the last 10 verses of Surat Al-Imran, too.
Then he went towards a hanging leather water container and performed a perfect ablution and then stood up for prayer.
Abdullah bin Abbas added, I got up and did the same as Allah's Messenger had done and then went and stood by his side. Allah's Messenger then put his right hand over my head and caught my right ear and twisted it. He offered 2 rakat, then 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 2 rakat, and then offered 1 rakat witr. Then he lay down till the Muaddin came, and then he prayed 2 light rakat and went out and offered the early morning, Fajr, prayer. Sahih al-Bukhari 1199. Narrated Abdullah. We used to greet the Prophet while he was praying, and he used to answer our greetings. When we returned from a Najashi, the ruler of Ethiopia, we greeted him, but he did not answer us during the prayer, and, after finishing the prayer, he said, in the prayer one is occupied with a more serious matter. Sahih al-Bukhari 1199b. Narrated Abdullah. The same as number 290. From the Prophet. Sahih al-Bukhari 1200. Narrated Zayd bin Arqam. In the lifetime of the Prophet, we used to speak while praying, and one of us would tell his needs to his companions, till the verse, guard strictly your prayers, 2.238, was revealed. After that we were ordered to remain silent while praying.